Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today, after my rankings of the first three seasons, I will be ranking every episode of the fourth season of Breaking Bad. I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to go ahead and get ready for these rankings. Coming in here in the 13th place, and this is the last 13 episode season. I will be ranking season 5 separately as each part. Um, but yeah, So number 13 is going to be season 4, episode 3, Open House. This episode serves not much purpose to the overall show. I actually think that it's one of the weakest episodes of the show, like genuinely in my top three worst. Um, Maybe not top three, but definitely in the top five worst episodes of Breaking Bad. I didn't love Open House. It's a stupid episode focusing on Marie and primarily with her going to different open houses and stealing shit from them. Um, on my rewatch, I watched the show with like the discs on the DVD set, um, which I'm now going to set behind me. And disc one is disappointing every time I start season four because you get one banger episode and then three that are just towards the bottom of my rankings. But anyway, Open House is going to get a 7.5 out of 10. I do like the episode title because it's a double meaning between Marie going to the open houses and Jesse having his party going, which is like an open house. I did like that, but overall it's still not a great episode, so a 7.5 out of 10. Coming in 12th place is going to be season 4, episode 2, 38 Snub. This is an 8.5 out of 10 episode. This was a definitely better than, I guess, the one that comes after it. This isn't a great episode. This not much happens, but the episode title is pretty good because it revolves around the 38 snub nose revolver that Walt buys at the beginning of the episode, but which does play a pretty major role in the episode and is shown several times. So that was cool because like it's a major part of the episode. There's another episode like that I'll get to. But other than the episode title, again, this is kind of a weaker and slower one. It just served as kind of like build up and still in the planning stages. God, what is my hair doing? Of Walt and Jesse's plan to kill Gus, especially after the season 4 premiere, which is much higher on this ranking. Coming in at number 11 is going to be season 4, episode 6, Cornered. Cornered isn't a great episode either. It's kind of slow all throughout, and it has what I consider to be the most overrated and the stupidest scene in all of Breaking Bad, which is Walt's "I am not in danger, Skyler, I am the danger." Please shut up, Mr. White. This wasn't a good speech. It was stupid. It was fucking cringy. I hate hearing it every time I rewatch the show. It's definitely not the worst episode, but it's another 8.5 out of 10. Not all that much important happens to the plot. Like I genuinely don't remember a lot of these episodes. Number 10, the final 8.5 out of 10 episode is going to be season 4, episode 4, Bullet Points. Like I said, these first four episodes, other than Box Cutter, are just kind of a meh. Like they're not bad, but they're not great. Bullet Points was not a perfect episode. This does have Walt and Skyler plan to, like, them going to Hank's house and plan how they're going to explain buying a car wash and Walt's money, the source of Walt's money, being gambling. It's a good episode, but which is why it's at the top of my 8.5s, but it is a very slow one. We do, of course, get WW. What do you figure that is? Woodrow Wilson, Willy Wonka, Walt Whitman. Uh, this episode is definitely good. I did briefly consider it being a 9, but it's not quite a 9. We do get the Gale singing Major Tom as well, which is just a golden scene for Breaking Bad, truly on par with some of its best, like one I'll talk about a lot later, Face Off. But anyway, coming in ninth place is going to be our first 9 out of 10. This is maybe going to be a controversial one because I know a lot of people like this episode, like a lot. But it's going to be season 4, episode 9, Bug. Bug isn't a bad episode, but it's kind of stupid with Gus like walking through the barrage of bullets and then just kind of hitting the like pose and nodding at them and then just being like, man, let's stop. It I didn't love this one. I didn't love this episode, but it is still a very good episode. It's got some great drama, and it's got Jesse getting more involved in Gus's empire, but still not great. Number 8 is going to be season 4, episode 8, Hermanos. Hermanos is a great episode, but which is why it's at the top of my 9 out of 10 rankings, but it's still not like an amazing episode. It's not like a 9.5 or a 10. It is a very good episode. It's got Walt or Gus's flashbacks to his boyfriend Max being fucking killed, which is a great scene. That flashback is great, but the episode again, like episodes 8 and 9 are really just Gus trying to get Jesse to join the Gus alliance and get him to go to Mexico for what we'll see in a much higher ranked episode. But anyway, coming in seventh place, and this is another controversial one because this is in the top 10 highest rated episodes of the show, and I personally do not agree with that at all. It's going to be season 4, episode 11, Crawl Space. I know a lot of people love Crawl Space. I am not a lot of people. I am one man, and I personally am not the biggest Crawl Space fan. I think the episode has good drama. I think the ending is pretty good, even if Walt's scream has been memed to shit, including by myself. I reference it at least once a month. It's such a just great and well done scene. Bryan Cranston's acting definitely gets better after season 2, and I feel like season 4 and tied with season 5B is like the peak of Cranston's acting. I think that he was still coming out of Malcolm in the Middle at the beginning, and his acting skills were meh, like dramatic acting. Like he was definitely supposed to be a comedy actor, but once it got more into it, his acting definitely changed. The real standout this season, especially, is Giancarlo Esposito. And Crawl Space doesn't have enough of Gus to get it up to a 10 out of 10 or higher in my 9.5s. But anyway, moving on, we have number 6 is going to be season 4, episode 7, Problem Dog. Problem Dog is a fantastic fucking episode. There is a lot of focus on Jesse throughout this episode, and Jesse is my favorite character in the show. I think Aaron Paul is a fantastic actor, which is ironic because he's like nobody. Like he wasn't in much prior to Breaking Bad, so that's fantastic. Truly did a great job. Really the soul of the show. I don't think I would have watched past season 1 or 2 if it wasn't for Aaron Paul's portrayal of Jesse. Problem Dog is great. It has probably my favorite Jesse scene, which is his like him talking about uh, killing a dog, which he is obviously using as Gale. That's how he's talking about him killing Gale while it is like meeting for like rehab and getting off drugs. It was a great episode. It's got some great drama. It's got a lot of Jesse, so good episode. 9.5, but not a 10. Number 5, another very Jesse and Mike focused. Season 4, episode 5, Shotgun. I know not a lot of people rank this episode this high, but I love this episode. It's got Jesse riding around with Mike to go pick up dead drops. It's a good episode. I'm giving it a 9.5. It's at the top of my 9.5s. But other than Jesse and Mike driving around, there really isn't all that much going on through this episode. Number 4, my first 10 out of 10 episode is going to be season 4, episode 10, Salute. Salute is an unforgettable episode. This one has a lot of Jesse and Gus, who are, like I said, the most two well-acted characters in this show. They're fantastic, hands down. Um, I loved everything about this episode. I loved the ending with uh, Gus going to visit Don Eladio, his plan perfectly unfolding. For the most part, I guess Mike gets shot. That was a shame. But it's a great episode, and just watching everything happen at the party, from Salud all the way to them leaving and getting away, Gus, Mike, and Jesse, of course. It's a great episode, 10 out of 10. Not my favorite, but a great episode, especially from the build up within episodes 8 and 9. It's so good. Number 3 is going to be the season 4 premiere, Box Cutter. There has not been a better season premiere in Breaking Bad, and I am fully convinced of that. Box Cutter is a magnificent episode. I loved every second of Box Cutter. Um, it's high stakes, it's slow, it's painful to watch everything about it. So it is truly my third favorite episode of the season. And that ending with Gus with the box cutter, um, killing Victor, like just slicing his throat open, was insane. It's one of those shock moments that's actually good. And well done in Breaking Bad. I loved this episode, and I especially loved the ending. Box Cutter is just a fantastic episode. But in the number 2 spot, taking the silver medal, is End Times, the penultimate episode of this season. End Times is just fantastic. I love End Times. It's, like I said, it's high stakes. It's very, very quick, very fast moving. Um, it's got a lot of great scenes. It's got a lot of awesomeness. It's Saul says the name of the episode in the episode when he tells Jesse it's End Times. It also has Jesse like going to Walt's house and putting the gun to his head and being like, "Tell me what you did because somebody poisoned Brock." Um, it's a great episode. It's fantastic, and I loved every second of End Times. These top 3 episodes are magnificent. Um, Maybe not like top 10 best episodes of the show. I know that's insane to say, but yeah, my number 1 pick is the only season 4 episode in my top 10. I know that like this is a lot of people's favorite season. It's my personal third, but I do love this season. But number 1 spot is going to the season 4 finale, Face Off. You can't help but love Face Off. Top 3 best episodes of Breaking Bad. Face Off has some awesome drama. It's got some awesomeness. It's got Walt and Jesse finally going to kill Gus, with Walt planting the bomb on Hector, um, and Last Chance to Look at Me, Hector, and then them all getting blown up and fucking dying. That last scene, like the first time watching it, like if you hadn't had the show spoiled for you, seeing him walk out of that room and you're like, okay, so this is some unrealistic bullshit, and then the camera kind of turns and like half of Gus's face is gone. I love the double meaning in this episode because it's both a face off between Gus and Walt, and half of Gus's face is gone. I hate it when that happens. But this episode is fantastic, and this season is really good. It's a 10 out of 10 season. Um, it's like I said, it's certainly not my number 1 pick, but it is a top 3 best seasons of the show. And since I rank season 5 as 2 separate parts, like they were released, um, season 4 is my third favorite. If season 5 were One Piece, I'd probably say that season 4 would be slightly above it, like if I counted it as one full season. But Face Off is a great episode. This whole season is full of some really good episodes. Um, I mean, it's great. So yeah, and I can't talk about Face Off without the ending with Walt being on the phone with Skyler and just being like, "I won. I love this season. It's so fucking good." And Face Off perfectly like gets you ready for season 5. So yeah, that's the end of this one. But stay tuned if you want to see more season rankings. Season 5A is going to release later this week, and that's going to be awesome.